Ratatouille is the best Pixar movie ever made. In fact, you can ask my wife and kids, and I'm not shy to say that I think it might be the best movie ever made, no matter the category. Hey there, I'm Christian. Welcome to I Have No Idea What I'm Doing, a weekly video cast of a guy who really doesn't know what he's doing, but is loving the opportunity to figure out as he goes. Casablanca, Shawshank Redemption, Citizen Kane, Forrest Gump, bring whatever film you want to the table. I'll stack a cartoon movie about a rat who loves to cook against it, and I'll have a good shot at coming out on top. If you haven't watched it in a while, you should. It's not on Netflix though, so you'll have to borrow my DVD or rent it on iTunes, YouTube, or Amazon Video. First, a backstory on the movie. Ratatouille almost didn't get made. It was greenlit and development began in a weird time for Pixar. It was after Disney had acquired them and they really weren't sure of their place in the large corporation. And it was on the heels of The Incredible, also a great movie, and Disney was expecting another smash hit based on the hefty price tag they threw down for the company. Pixar movies can take up to a decade to produce, and Ratatouille had already floundered for 4 to 5 years in development when this transition happened. And when the studio decided to go in a different direction, they changed directors and handed the oversight to Brad Bird, the writer and director of The Incredibles, to try and save it. Unfortunately, he didn't get 10 years or even the 5 years left he thought he might. He had 18 months to take what was already produced and try and make a real movie out of it. Thankfully, for the rest of us, it got finished, and we're all a little more fortunate for it. So why do I love Ratatouille so much? Because I think it embodies much of what I try to do or shed light on here with these videos. Only does much better than I have figured out to this point. Ratatouille, the entirety of it, is me. And it's possibly all of us at different stages in life. So stick with me here. To start, the antagonist, Antagonist, is a pessimistic, scary, deathly view on life. He's dark, hardened, and looking for ways to punish others. But in just one bite of food, a bite of the dish Ratatouille itself, he is transported back to his childhood with fond memories of his mother and happiness. In that single bite of food, Anton's perspective is changed. It's what he asked for. And while a single bite of food may not be able to change our entire outlook on life, isn't it easy to see how sometimes we're a little like Anton Ego? I see so many, including myself, going through life grumpy and pessimistic, cynical, and looking for ways to find flaws in others' choices, circumstances, or creativity. For many of us, it's not really second nature, it's our first nature. One of the things I hope to produce each week with these videos is just a small bite, a nibble if you will, of perspective for you. One that can take you back or at least reset you to be a little more like warm Anton instead of cold Anton. But maybe you're not Anton. Maybe you're a little more like Linguini. Maybe you spend most of your days feeling like you have no marketable talent or nothing of value to provide to others. Linguini had no strength, which isn't lost on his character's name. In the movie, he doesn't even have an identity of his own. He's the illegitimate son of the former chef of the restaurant, and based on the premise of the book that his dad wrote called Anyone Can Cook, Linguini proves this statement to be painfully false. The fact is, not anyone can cook, but I don't think that's the point. To me, it means that if you love to cook, you can cook no matter who you are. But if cooking isn't your thing, it's okay. You just might be meant for something else. Again, part of what I try and do each week is encourage you to find and be what you were meant to be. Some of the best ways to do that is through learning who you are, educating yourself, and serving others. And I hope you'll find those messages threaded throughout this entire series. Linguini found what he was good at, it just took a little time. You've got time. Or what about Remi? He's relentlessly optimistic. He symbolizes so many things. He's a dreamer, he's a doer, he's the David to every man's Goliath, he's an outcast in his own family, he's an outlaw in his own kitchen. He runs straight into danger, he's creative and passionate, he's true to himself, and even when he isn't happy with his surroundings, he sticks it out. Remi, to me, is the personification of childhood zeal, one who is ready to take on the world and leave an impression. Sometimes innocent and overambitious, but one that we often as adults let die too soon. I want my children to be Remi. I want them to have dreams bigger than the Eiffel Tower, and I want them to chase them. I want that for you too. I want you to bring that zeal back. You see, Ratatouille the movie, to me, is a little more metaphorical for our lives on the whole. Remi sets the stage for us of ambition, positivity, and opportunity, just like we did as kids. And somewhere along the way, we see our goals or our views dashed, and we tend up floundering a bit like Linguini or hardening like Ego. We lose zeal, we fear failure, or sometimes, and it's not always a bad thing, sometimes we just fail. Maybe at times, like Remi and his lack of family or friend support, you feel like you don't have anyone to believe in you. I believe in you. I think you still have it in you and can make it happen. Whatever your it is. Maybe at times you're Linguini. You're not a 4-star chef, and the best life you can think of for yourself is just making it as a garbage boy. I think you're selling yourself short, and we'll keep working to help you regain your zeal. Or maybe you're like Anton Ego, or you're surrounded by egos. Don't let the pains of this world harden you. Life is hard, and it's full of challenges, But when we keep perspective, we have the ability to overcome them. So why do I think Ratatouille is the best movie ever? Well, it's the story of a rat that has a hidden talent that may not change the entire world, but it can definitely rock somebody's world right around it. It's the story of you. Go get him, Remi. Until next time.